your head on my shoulder.
No one asked for this, but just the gift that keeps on giving, and I'm gonna give it to you anyways. So I have the questions here on my iPad, and I was gonna like edit the questions in on the screen, but I do not have the editing skills to do that. I only know how to do the things that iMovie gives me. So the first question comes from Kimberly Ann, and her question is, what's the hardest part about being a Black booktuber? Always feeling like maybe I won't get as popular as I want to be, just because people may not want to subscribe to someone who's Black, or maybe they don't care about the things that I talk about. I think that's like my biggest issue. Rachel Marie asks, if you were one of the 7 deadly sins, which one would you be? I think that I would be whichever one is closest to narcissism. I don't know all the 7 deadly sins, but I think the closest one to narcissism is pride, so definitely that one. Mia from Selected Pages asks, she asked a bunch of questions, so if you weren't doing booktube, what other channels would you have? I had a channel where I talked about like makeup and hair, but that flopped. What's your most disappointed read ever? And that would have to be The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. I thought that that book was gonna be like just like a really good story about like how people who aren't special live in this town of people who are special, but really it was very boring. It was dull. I didn't even know the character's name until like page 70. Like it was just, it could have been better. What book title describes your life? Failure. If you could take one well-known white book character and make them Black, who would it be and why? Maybe she snapped. That's such a good question. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Clary from The Mortal Instruments. I just feel like Clary would be such a baddie if she was Black and she had like this color hair. Like I just feel like she would just be such a baddie, like, you know, that would be cool, especially because Mortal Instruments, anyways, not gonna go into that, not gonna finish that sentence. Okay, so Chandler asks, favorite throwback book? I'm just gonna say Looking for Alaska by John Green. Thank you for making me say that, Chandler. She also asked, how are you liking Twilight so far? I actually really like it better than I like the movie, just because in the book Bella is just so like sarcastic and you kind of see her personality more in the book than you do the movie. So one book you would take with you on to a desert island, and I would take my Alice in Wonderland anniversary edition, just because it's so big. So I would have so many different versions of Alice in Wonderland to read. What character do you identify with the most? I guess I identify with the most Star from The Hate You Give, just because of how she has to switch her personality on and off. Like, just like, cause she has to switch her, like when she's in her school, she has to like kind of act more white, and when she's at home, she kind of has to act more Black. She has to act more like, she has to dial her Blackness down a little bit, and then when she's with Black people, she can kind of be herself. So I can kind of relate to that. What author do you not see yourself reading a book from in the future? Honestly, I'll read any author. Literally, I never see myself reading Sarah J Maas, but here I am with the Sarah J Maas book on my shelf. So really, I don't see myself not reading any author. Also, how does it feel being such a bad bitch? Sometimes it's hard because I look in the mirror and I'm like, how is someone this beautiful? If you could change the ending to which book ending will you change? Okay, I would change There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie, I don't remember her last name. She wrote Anna and the French Kiss. The beginning of the book was really good. It was a little bit too much romance for me, but it was pretty good. I just didn't like how we found out who the killer was 150 pages like into the book. Like, we found out the killer before the book, like there was like a good 50 more pages left and you found out who the killer was. So what was the book that got you into reading? I've actually always been into reading. When I was in kindergarten, when I was in 2nd grade, we used to always do this thing where you had to read 30 books in a month, and if you did, you got a pizza party. So I used to always read like Snow White, Green Eggs and Ham, things like that. I didn't really read much. Like in 5th grade, I used to read like a Candy Apple series, and that was like something I really loved to read, and I wanted more of those books, but couldn't afford them. So. What is your favorite book cover on your shelf? Oh, this is my favorite book cover. I don't know why I love this color. I just like the neon. I think I just like how neon it is. And I really like the back, how it's like this cover and his last covers. What is your favorite video on your channel? My bookshelf tour. If you could change the ending of a book, what would it be? I already answered this question, so yeah. If your favorite fictional character was real, which TV show would you binge with them? If my favorite character was real, my favorite character is Charlotte, is Lottie from Snot Girl, and we would binge watch All Night on Hulu. Favorite show, All Night on Hulu. If you could talk to one of your most hated authors, what would it be and what would you tell that person? I don't really have an author that I hate, so one character you would marry today. Cedric from, I would marry Cedric from Harry Potter. I know that would be an issue as he's dead, but we would be married. If you feel like sharing, what's one book that you have strong emotional connection to? I don't really have a strong emotional connection to any book. I mean, all of my books in general, but not like one book specifically. If your life was a book, who would you want to be the author? Who's an author that kills off their characters a lot? John Green, I guess. Favorite anime? Cowboy Bebop, Michiko and Hatchin. Song you've been obsessed with lately? Real Friends by Pretty Much. First 3 book recommendations that come to mind: The Hate You Give, The Cat in the Hat, Milk and Honey. I don't even like that. Wait, how does it feel to be a booktube queen, always spilling the tea? Well, you know, sometimes I feel like I do a little too much, but then everyone always reminds me that it's not. So one day I'm gonna go too far and it's gonna be everyone else's fault. How do you find ways to make your channel original? Honestly, what I do is I watch a lot of normal YouTube, so I try to take things that are trending and popular on normal YouTube and I try to incorporate books in them. Have you told your family or friends that you do booktube yet? If so, what were their responses? So my siblings, they don't like, I don't think no one really cares. Like, they're just like, oh, okay, cool, like, you know. Where do you get your wigs? Amazon. What's an assumption people make about you that is wrong? People make the assumption that I'm nice. What is your family like? Dysfunctional? What do you do for a living? I don't do anything. I'm currently unemployed, so I guess I do booktube for a living, and that's going so amazing. I have so many subscribers. I'm so close to 2 million subscribers, and I'm just making so much money off booktube that being unemployed just does not matter. If you could travel anywhere, where would you go? I would go to Paris. What advice do you give a black booktuber starting out? Don't be afraid to make discussions and do what you want to do and not what you think people want. Favorite and least favorite food? My favorite food is pizza. My least favorite food is ketchup. If you bought 3 books to an island, which one would you bring? So Chandler kind of asked me this question, so I said Alice in Wonderland. Then I would bring Vicious by V.E. Schwab, and I would bring To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. Do you ever do buddy reads? Me and my booktube best friend Serenity do book reads like all the time. So far we've read Six of Crows, The Thousand Floor, Dazzling Heights. We tried to read Warcross, but just didn't, like, I don't know, it just didn't work out. So right now we're currently reading Twilight. She's like the only person I ever truly do read it like buddy reads with for some reason. So that is it for this video. It actually been a lot shorter than I thought that it would, so I hope that you like this video. I just hit 900 subscribers, which I think is so freaking crazy. Like 900 people watch my videos, like 900 people care about the content that I make. Like, why? I don't know why I'm acting like a musically person. Anyways, hey guys, here's the sitch. So I just found out that I have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm just so happy. Honestly, I've been needing this, like not needing it, but like I've been feeling like really down lately, and this has helped me feel super happy. This is the happiest I've been in like months. So I just want to thank you all. Like when I filmed this Q&A, I only had like 800, 900 subscribers, and in a matter of like a day, I had like 1,000. And honestly, the beginning of this week, well, the beginning of last week, I only had like 600. And so I've been going super fast, and I want to thank you all so much. And I have so many exciting videos for you guys, so be on the lookout for that. I have so many like fun and like creative content that I want to do for you guys, so I hope that you all really appreciate my future videos, and thank you. Yeah, thank you for watching my videos. I'll see you next time.